Good morning, my people. So yesterday, we started answering some tough questions like, why am I my own worst enemy? And really digging into some of those predictable behaviors that we use to self-sabotage ourselves. And I don't think we consciously wake up in the morning thinking about all of the ways we can systematically undo all the good we did the day before or the week before. So all that's got to be coming from our subconscious, right? And we talked a lot about the subconscious yesterday. And it's this part in the book, Stop Doing That Shit, where Gary John Bishop gets a little complicated as he explains how our subconscious minds are formed as children and how we sort of start as these soft sponges absorbing everything, and then our sponges start to get rigid and hard as we turn into adults, and those thoughts and patterns and behaviors all sort of get cemented into our subconscious. And all of that gets us to where we are now in our lives, where we're working on improving some aspect of our life, but with a very specific, definitive set of characteristics, behaviors, hang-ups, and notions. So, and he says in the book, this is what's keeping us stuck. You're trapped in the struggle to be free, yet your thrashing and squirming only keeps you contained right where you are. And I love this thought that he says. He says, if you spend your life wanting to be happy, by its very nature, you're constantly starting from a place of unhappy. Like, think about that. And then even once we do achieve whatever it is we're aiming for, it's never enough. We aren't really satisfied like we thought we would be. And why is that? Because we're still the same person. We just have a new accomplishment under our belts. We almost have become addicted to changing ourselves or constantly improving ourselves. And this is where he asks the question, are you more about self-fix than self-improve? And I really, really love that point of view when you're looking at what changes you want to make in your life. Where is it coming from? Have you fallen into the trap of trying to fill the void by constantly trying to fix what you think is wrong or not good enough about yourself or your life? Like, what have you turned your life into? And this is where we're really starting to make sense of our lives and create a framework for our future here. And at this point in the book, he starts discussing all of the things that we're thrown into in our lives. And I love this. These are all the things that we had no say in, that we didn't pick, that we didn't choose, that already existed. We were born into it. And this can be, your genetics, where you lived, what activities you were thrown into, all the things. Make a list. Make a very long list. Take time to think about all of those things and start accepting all of it. You don't have to like any of it. You can loathe it all. There's several things on my list that I hate, but we've got to own it and accept it. We can either embrace it for what it is, or we can become a victim to it. And he asked the question, so then where did all these thoughts and thrown experiences go? They went into forming that rigid, dried sponge that has become our subconscious. And here it sits in our subconscious. And remember, 95 to 99% of our daily actions and thoughts are controlled by our subconscious and driven by our subconscious. So this is what I meant yesterday when I said the subconscious always wins. This is why the subconscious always wins. We're in this haze of automatic thoughts and behaviors. So when we make a bold commitment to change, we naturally end up somehow back in the same routine. The moment we take on something new, those embedded, predictable patterns and behaviors kick right in. And we deal with the impact of our subconscious every moment of every day of our lives. And it can be our biggest strength or our biggest weakness. So we've got to decide, what are we going to fight for? Are we going to fight for our past or our future? For freedom or self-sabotage? We've got to be willing to own our lives and how we got here right now. So once we can own it and accept it and embrace it, we can really become or begin to become the source of change we need to be. And that's the point of all of this. How to create change and maintain change. So today, make your throne list a long one. Answer the question, what void am I trying to fill or fix in my life? What are the truths that you tell yourself that limit you? Then accept it, embrace it, and get ready. Because tomorrow we start digging in to my favorite part of the entire book. What are the 3 saboteurs and how that affects this crazy insanity cycle of repeat that we're on with self-sabotage. Have an awesome day. We'll talk tomorrow.